news headline: President Bola Tinubu met Senate President Akpabio in different station of Villa. ECOWAS fixes fresh meeting on Niger as deadline elapses. PDP files new case against Hello, listeners. Today is Monday, 20th Muharram 1445 after Hijrah Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is equivalent to 7th August 2023. I am Salwa Adam Iku with the news. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is currently holding with Akpabio at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. The chairman of the National Assembly visited the president few hours after the members of the Senate went into closed-door session to resolve issues raised against Festus Keyamo as ministerial nominee from Delta State. A senator representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Darlington Nwokocha, about to go into closed-door session to resolve the issue. Nwokocha had accused Keyamo of disrespecting the Ninth National Assembly and accusing the last assembly of being corrupt. Keyamo was minister under the then administration of ex-president Muhammadu Buhari. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with the governors of 5 states sharing boundaries with the Niger Republic at the presidential villa, Abuja. The governors at the meeting were Umar Namadi of Jigawa, the Korata of Katsina, Nasser Idris of Kebbi, Ahmed Adiyu of Sokoto, and Maimala Buni of Yobe State. However, issues discussed at the meeting have not been made public, but they may not be unconnected with the ongoing effort by the Nigerian government and economic community of West African State ECOWAS to ensure the restoration of constitutional order in Niger Republic. The deadline given by the sub-regional body to the Nigerian military junta pardon to release Ustad President Mohammed Bazoum expired earlier on Sunday. ECOWAS, during its special session hosted by President Tinubu last Sunday in Abuja, gave the coup plotters a 7-day ultimatum to release the detained president and restore constitutional order in the landlocked West African country. The West African leaders also threatened to use the military to push out the coup plotters if they failed to comply with the demand at the expiration of the deadline. The Economic Community of West African State ECOWAS has scheduled yet another meeting on the Niger crisis. The regional body had met in Abuja on August and issued a 7-day deadline for the Niger junta to reinstate Ustad President Mohamed Bazoum on risk sanctions, including possible military intervention. But rather than reinstate Bazoum, the junta severed ties with Nigeria and some other countries sympathetic to Bazoum's cause. The military regime, which declared their Commander General Abdurrahmani Tishani the new head of state, vowed not to bow to the outstanding pressure. It also warned against foreign intervention, vowing to defend the territorial integrity of Niger. On Friday, military chiefs of some West African countries said they had agreed on a plan for possible military intervention in the event push for a diplomatic resolution failed. The chief of defense staff from Togo, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Cote d'Ivoire, Cape Verde, and Republic of Benin held the meeting in Abuja. On Monday, President Bola Tinubu, who is the chairman of ECOWAS, sent a notice of meeting scheduled for Thursday in Abuja. The federal government has opted to resuscitate the Borimont Free Trade Zone in Jigawa State as part of effort to create jobs and increase the state yearly revenues. The Free Trade Zone, established by the state government a few years back, was abandoned as a result of poor infrastructure, with $300,000 operating license fee owed the Nigerian Export Processing Zone Authority (NEPZA) since 2017, as well as investors' inadequate patronage, among others, to revive the free trade zone. NEPZA management and the state government had reached an agreement to put in place modalities for the payment of the outstanding fee to NEPZA in a very short time. NEPZA's managing director, Professor Adesoji Adeshugba, commenting when Jigawa State Governor Malam Umar Namadi paid him a visit in Abuja, informed the governor that authority will do everything possible to revitalize the FTZ in the state going forward. In his speech, Namadi told the NEPZA boss that the visit became crucial for the state delegation to acquire more knowledge and input from the authority on this day to revitalize the FTZ with the aim of generating more revenue for the state. Justice DJ Abdul Abuhi has taken the oath of office to become the first ever female to be appointed as substantive chief judge of Kano State. Sawaba Radio reported Justice Abuhi was appointed as acting chief judge on March 9th by the former governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje following the retirement of Justice Nura Ser. The Kano House of Assembly confirmed the appointment of Justice Abuki as the chief judge of the state on July 6th, following a letter sent to the House by the incumbent governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. Following this, Justice Abuki was sworn in today as the first female substantive chief judge of the state at a ceremony at the African House of Kano State Government House. She promised, among other things, to enhance justice delivery and ensure justice becomes accessible to all irrespective of their social and other classes. The news is coming to you from Studio of Sawaba Radio. More of the news after the short break.
This is news on the hour. Sawaba Radio. Stay tuned.
Thank you for staying tuned. The Borno State Governor, Professor Babakana Zulum, has approved the immediate recruitment of 52 medical staff, among them 2 doctors, 8 nurses, and midwives, with 42 other supporting staff. Zulum's approval was disclosed by the Chief Medical Director, Borno State Hospital Management Board, Professor Abubakar Ali Kundima, during a visit to the General House in Goza Town at the weekend. The governor's approval is in fulfillment of a promise he made that he was going to address the shortage of medical personnel to ensure that the growing healthcare need of Goza's population can be adequately met. Zulum will be recalled had paid a midnight visit to the hospital last month, during which the hospital was in darkness amid deteriorating conditions. He also directed the rehabilitation of the hospital, with work now going on. Although he was unhappy with the hospital's condition, the governor commended the staff who were providing medical services despite poor working conditions. The chief medical director also visited general hospitals in Bama, Uba, Leicester, Askira, Chibok, Kwanduga, and Damboa. The charity Save the Children says attacks against farmers in Nigeria by armed groups are threatening to push it into a devastating hunger crisis. The researchers says armed group killed more than 120 farmers and kidnapped more than 30 others across Nigeria in the first 6 months of this year. United Nations estimate more than 25 million Nigerians could face food insecurity this year due to the protracted conflict and rising prices. Now to international scene. Mali says it will send a joint delegation with Burkina Faso to Niger to express their solidarity. The announcement comes a day after the generals who seized power in Niger defied an ultimatum to reinstate the elected president or face the possibility of armed intervention from other West African states. The military junta said it had closed Niger's airspace and was preparing to defend its territory. Despite the ultimatum, members of the regional group in ECOWAS are divided on whether to take military action. Nigeria and Ivory Coast are among those insisting that President Mohamed Bazoum must be reinstated. But the military government in Mali and Burkina Faso have said they will side with the coup leaders if they were attacked. Meanwhile, Air France has suspended flights to and pro Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso and Bamako in Mali until August 11th after Niger's junta closed its airspace on Sunday, with longer flight times expected in the West African region. According to Reuters, the company announced the development today. This comes a day after Niger's military rulers announced the closure of the country's airspace due to the threat of intervention. The news agency quoted an Air France spokesperson as saying that the airline expected longer flight times from Sub-Saharan Hope Airport, and that flight between Charles and Gaulle Airport in Paris and Accra in Ghana were sent to operate non-stop. A spokesperson for the Brussels Airlines added that flight times could be between an hour and a half to 3.5 hours longer for a routed flight and could include a fuel stop, Reuters said. Nigeria were unlucky to get knocked out of the Women's World Cup on penalties by below par England in Brisbane. The Super Falcons failed to capitalize on their dominant performance at the fact for the entire period of extra time. They had a one-player advantage after England's Lawrence James was sent off. The devastated players watched on as England sealed a 4-0 victory in the penalty shootout. Jennifer Echigini and Zainab Balagun couldn't hide their disappointment. After England's winning penalty went in, Nigeria goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie was consoled by the two England players. And now to the Today in History by Khadija.
On this day in the year 2000, Samuel Epe Akabot, renowned musicologist and composer, died in his hometown of Oyo, Nigeria. Similarly, on this day in the year 1925, the West African Students' Union MASU was founded by 21 law students led by Ladipo Solanke and Herbert Bankole Bright. The Oshun Oshobo Cultural Festival is an annual ceremony that is usually celebrated in every August of a given year at the Sacred Grove to worship the goddess of Oshun River, referred to as goddess of fertility. The festival is believed to be one of Nigeria's more documented cultural festivals and recognizes Oshun Grove as a global cultural heritage by UNESCO. This religious tradition is as well celebrated in other parts of the world, most especially countries in South America, Brazil, Colombia, and Cuba. Regardless of Western influence on African culture and religion, the Oshun Oshobo Festival has always maintained its originality, authenticity, and acceptability among nations worldwide. Over the years, the festival attracted different races of people. Both foreigners and non-foreigners usually attend the tourist site from all over the world, as well as Oshun worshippers. Khadija Nurulamin, Sawaba Review.
Thank you, Lehman, and that concludes the news tonight. But before I go, a recap of the major stories. From the news, President Bola Tinubu met Senate President Akpabio in the presidential villa. ECOWAS speaks this fresh meeting on Niger as deadline elapses. PDP 2023 flag bearer Atiku Abubakar files new case against President Bola Tinubu. Air France suspend flights to Burkina Faso and Mali. On behalf of the news department and the news editor, Lukman Dahiru, Umar Muhammad is our online editor. I am Salma Adam Biko. Have a good night.